I could tell you now, a blind man would be glad to see it. So I've removed the door jamb. I want to remove the threshold, screed this floor and bring it flush with this floor. Your bottom hinge first. What we got there, 1966 millimeter. I want a 3mm gap along the top here. We'll do 1369 millimeter. So I've marked me 1369 millimeter on the bottom of the liner there, like this. This little plate here to be in line with our mark on the door. Line up our mark with this plate. And just mark the underside of that hinge. So, to work at the top hinge, we need to measure from the door liner to the center of this pin. We can see there that is 37 millimeter. When we chop that into the top of the frame, this pin needs to be 37 millimeter from the door liner. So from there, needs to be 37 millimeters in. It also needs to be the same distance from the leading edge of the door liner as this pin, which is 16 millimeters. So now I've got the basic shape of the hinge cut out. I've got to chop all of that mechanism in. But we're making good the frame anyway, so it's not a big issue. It was 37mm from the door liner to the centre of that pin. Now say 37mm is here, we're going to deduct 3mm from that and make it 34mm. So if we mark 34mm on that door, then we just need to line this up, that brass hole, with our 34mm mark. I've cut my hole at 34 millimeters. Now I can score around this hinge and then chop it out. We just take a bevel of each side of the hinge side of the door just to round it off, which will allow it to swing both ways. Need to spin this latch around, undo these two screws on the latch, and it will just pull out, spin it around, put it back, screws back, handle back on. We'll sort it. To mark the location where you want the keep to go, 12 millimeter. Just measure 12mm from the front of the liner back to here. Perfect. Okay, so the keep is installed. It's lovely and flush with the door liner. So the idea of the mechanical door jamb is this will be sunken into the door, and then in an emergency, someone from the outside, if needed be, they could push on this and the door could swing the opposite way. I can tell you now, a blind man would be glad to see it. Installed. So just give you a demonstration. So shut the door, emergency, they can press on this latch, and the door can open the other way. Right, it's Friday, so I'm going to get tidied up. I'm going to call it a day.